Listen closely. This is the storyteller. And tonight, I want to share with you a secret that is not hidden in books, nor guarded by wise men, nor buried under mountains. It is a secret that has been with you all along, yet ignored by millions every single day. It is the secret of the morning, the silence before the world awakes. Picture this with me. The world is asleep. Streets are silent. Houses are dark. Even the restless city has fallen quiet. No cars, no shouting, no chaos. Only silence. And in that silence, something magical happens. The air is different, cooler, lighter, almost sacred. The stars are fading, giving way to the pale blue of dawn. A bird sings, softly at first, then another joins and another, until the air fills with a quiet symphony of life. It is at this very moment, when night ends but day has not yet begun, that you have a choice. You can remain in the prison of sleep, trapped in dreams that vanish with the light. Or you can rise and claim the gift that so many overlook. That gift, my friend, is time. But not just time. It is pure time, untouched, undisturbed, uncorrupted. Time that belongs to no one but you. The hidden doorway. Most people see waking early as a burden. They see it as punishment. Why wake up when I can sleep more? They ask. But those who understand life deeply know that morning is not a burden. It is a doorway. A doorway to clarity, to strength, to discipline, to creation. Imagine a hidden door in your house. Everyone walks past it, ignoring it, never wondering where it leads. But one day, you open it. Behind it lies a garden, overflowing with fruit, flowers, and treasures you never dreamed of. That is the morning. Every day, that hidden door waits. But few are curious enough, strong enough, or brave enough to open it. The old farmer's secret. There's an old story whispered in villages. It is the story of a farmer who lived in simplicity, yet carried a glow of peace that no one could understand. While others stumbled through their days, rushing, worrying, losing themselves in noise, the farmer was always calm, always prepared, always smiling. One day, a boy from the village asked him, "Grandfather, what is your secret? Why are you never late, never angry, never tired?" The farmer leaned close, smiled, and whispered, "My treasure is the morning." The boy frowned. "The morning? But everyone has the morning." The farmer nodded slowly. "Yes, everyone has the morning, but not everyone uses it. While the world sleeps, I rise. I breathe, I think, I work. Before the village wakes, my soul has already seen the sunrise. That is why I am never behind, because I begin before the race even starts." The boy never forgot those words, and neither should you. The race of life. Life, my dear listener, is a race. But here's the strange thing. Most people start the race late. By the time they wake, the track is already crowded. The noise of the world drowns their thoughts. They are pushed, shoved, pulled in every direction. They spend the whole day trying to catch up. But the one who wakes early begins the race alone. The track is empty. The air is still. The silence is his ally. While others sleep, he runs. And when the rest of the world finally wakes, he is already ahead. Waking early is not about losing sleep. It is about gaining life, the unseen battle. But here lies the truth. The bed is warm. The pillow is soft. The blanket is heavy with comfort. The night whispers, "Stay, rest, dream." And in that moment, a battle begins. It is not a battle against the clock. It is not a battle against the sun. It is a battle against yourself. Every morning, you face this war. On one side is comfort. On the other side is growth. Comfort says, "Stay with me." Growth says, "Rise with me." And the one you choose will shape your destiny. Why this story matters. This is not just about waking early. This is about discovering who you are meant to become. Because every sunrise you witness is not just the beginning of a day. It is the beginning of a new version of you. The question is not whether the sun will rise tomorrow. It will. The question is, will you rise with it? So come with me. Let us walk together through the story. 5 chapters, 5 lessons, 5 keys to unlocking the treasure of dawn. This is not theory. This is not advice. This is a story, your story, waiting to be lived. And I, the storyteller, am here to guide you. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Silent Gift of Dawn. There's a hidden gift that most people never unwrap. It does not come in golden wrapping paper. It does not sit on your birthday table or beneath a festive tree. No, this gift comes quietly every single day without fail. And tragically, most of us sleep right through it. That gift is dawn, the world in stillness. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the first hour of the day. The streets are empty, the house is quiet, the air crisp and cool. There is no rush, no shouting, no traffic, no screens flashing for your attention. Just silence. And in that silence, there's power. Because silence is not empty, it is full. Full of possibility, full of clarity, full of whispers that you cannot hear once the noise of the world begins. This is why the dawn is a gift, not because of the sun itself, but because of the stillness that surrounds it. It is in this stillness that you can hear yourself think. It is in this stillness that you can plan without distraction. It is in this stillness that you can dream without interruption. The dawn is your private sanctuary, a cathedral of quiet built just for you. The story of the farmer and the boy. Let me tell you a story that has been passed from lips to ears for generations. There was once a farmer who lived in a quiet village. He owned no palace, no treasures, no fine clothes. But he was admired by all because he carried something far greater: peace. While others stumbled through their days, forgetting tasks, losing tempers, chasing after time, the farmer moved with grace. He never rushed, never complained, never seemed overwhelmed. One curious boy from the village asked him one day, "Grandfather, why do you always have time for everything? You finish your work, you rest, you smile. The rest of us are always running. What is your secret?" The old farmer chuckled softly. "My child," he said, "my treasure is not gold, nor silver, nor land. My treasure is the morning." The boy frowned. "The morning? But we all have the morning." The farmer leaned closer and whispered, "Yes, but I use it. While the village sleeps, I rise. I breathe the fresh air. I walk in silence. I prepare my tools. I think through my day. By the time the sun has risen, I am already ahead. The rest of the day, I do not chase time. Time follows me." The boy never forgot this. And neither should you. The morning is a treasure chest, but most people never open it. Why dawn is different. But you may ask, why does it have to be the morning? Can I find peace at night? Yes, you can. But here's the difference. The night is filled with residue. By evening, your mind has already been bombarded by noise, by problems, by demands, by conversations. The night carries the weight of what has already happened. The morning, however, is untouched. It is pure. It is fresh. It is like a blank page waiting for your first words. Writers have known this secret for centuries. Poets rise before the world because they know the quiet hour carries inspiration like dew on the grass. Philosophers and sages rise before dawn because they know wisdom whispers only to those who are awake to listen. Leaders and warriors rise before the sun because they know victory is won in preparation, not in battle. The dawn is not ordinary time. It is a sacred time. The two lives. Let us imagine two lives, side by side. In the first life, you sleep late. You wake with the sun already high. You grab your phone first thing, scrolling through messages, drowning in the noise of other people's demands. You rush to get ready, rush to eat, rush to work. You spend the day reacting to everything thrown at you until night comes and you collapse in exhaustion. That is life number one. In the second life, you wake before dawn. The world is quiet. You stretch, you breathe, you sit in silence. You think, you plan, you write. You read something nourishing. Maybe you move your body. Maybe you pray. By the time the world awakes, you are already awake. You are calm, centered, prepared. That is life number two. The question is, which life do you want to live? The life of reaction or the life of creation? The warrior's truth. There was once a young warrior in an ancient kingdom. He dreamed of glory, of victory, of becoming a legend, but he had one weakness. He loved sleep more than discipline. When his rivals were training at dawn, he slept. When the generals planned strategies in silence, he snored. And when war came, he was unprepared. His sword was dull, his spirit weak, his courage fragile. He did not lose to his enemy. He lost his own pillow. Remember this. The greatest battles are not fought on battlefields, but in bedrooms. Every morning, the war begins between your comfort and your future. And the one you choose will shape your destiny. The gift of time. Here is a truth no one can deny. We all have 24 hours. Kings, beggars, leaders, workers, rich, poor, young, old. Everyone has the same measured time. So why do some achieve so much, while others struggle just to get by? The difference is not time. It is the use of time. When you wake late, you give away your most valuable hours to sleep. But when you rise early, you gift yourself more life, more silence, more clarity, more focus. An hour in the morning is not equal to an hour in the evening. One is gold, the other is dust. The whisper of dawn. If you listen carefully at dawn, you will hear something rare, not with your ears, but with your heart. It is a whisper that says, "Begin again." The morning does not care if you failed yesterday. It does not care if you were weak, lazy, or broken. It does not care if you wasted the day before. The morning always arrives with mercy, always new, always fresh, always offering you another chance. This is why dawn is not just a gift of time. It is a gift of forgiveness, the silent gift. So, my friend, understand this. The dawn is a gift that does not shout, does not knock, does not demand. It simply arrives, quietly, faithfully, patiently. It is the most generous gift life offers. And the question is, will you open it or will you sleep through it? Because those who embrace the silent gift of dawn do not just wake earlier. They live deeper. They walk calmer. They rise stronger. They master life. And that is why the morning is the beginning of transformation. Chapter 2, the battle between the bed and the dream. The alarm rings. It cuts through the silence of dawn like a blade slicing the night. But tell me honestly, how many times have you reached the phone, silenced the sound, and whispered to yourself, just 5 more minutes? Ah, that soft whisper, it is powerful, more powerful than we think, because 5 more minutes is not 5 minutes. It is a habit. It is a negotiation we make with life itself. And slowly, day by day, the bed wins the battle. Imagine this. You are lying under the blanket. It is warm. It is comforting. It feels safe. Outside, the world is still asleep. The cool air of the morning hasn't yet touched your skin. You close your eyes and tell yourself you deserve this rest. But let me tell you a secret. The comfort of the blanket is not comfort at all. It is a thief in disguise. A thief stealing your golden hours. A thief robbing you of the time when your mind is sharpest, your energy purest, your creativity most alive. The bed whispers, stay. The dream whispers, rise. And every morning, the question is the same. Who will you obey today, the bed or the dream? In ancient times, warriors rose before the sun. They prepared their swords, their armor, their spirit. They knew the enemy could strike at any time. But think of this. In today's world, the enemy is not out there. The enemy is within. It is the endless negotiation between what you want now and what you want most. Let me take you to a story. There was once a young man named Rafik. He was intelligent, full of ideas, but he was also a friend of the snooze button. Every night, he would make a plan. Tomorrow I will wake up early. Tomorrow I will write. Tomorrow I will run. Tomorrow I will begin. But tomorrow never came, because when dawn arrived, his finger betrayed him. Snooze, snooze, snooze. And so days passed, then weeks, then months. His dream sat in the corner of his room, like dusty books on a forgotten shelf. One morning, his grandfather came to visit. The old man woke before sunrise, as he always had. He found Rafik asleep, even as the first light kissed the curtains. The grandfather stood there silently and whispered, "Your bed is your first battlefield. If you cannot win here, how will you win out there?" These words struck Rafik like lightning. For the first time, he realized every morning was not just another morning. It was a test of strength, a test of commitment, a test of who he truly wanted to be. And so, my friend, let's ask ourselves, are we fighting the battle or are we surrendering to comfort? Think about it. The moment you open your eyes, before you even take your first step, you have already made a choice. That single choice decides the tone of your entire day. If you rise with the dawn, the world feels different. The air is lighter. The silence is deep. Your thoughts are clear. You can feel the rhythm of life itself. But if you bury yourself under the blanket, the day begins heavy. You feel behind even before it begins. You chase time instead of creating it. The battle between the bed and the dream is fought in silence. No one sees it. No one applauds it. But it is the battle that separates those who live with regret from those who live with purpose. And remember this, the bed gives you comfort for a moment. The dream gives you meaning for a lifetime. Now, let me whisper this in your ear, the way the storyteller always does. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, do not ask yourself, can I wake up? Ask instead, do I want to keep losing the battle? Because if you win the first battle, my friend, you are already halfway to victory. Chapter 4, The Hidden Strength of the Dawn. When the clock of life ticks into those early hours, a secret unfolds that many people never see. The world is softer, calmer, and somehow wiser before the rush begins. The morning doesn't just arrive. It whispers. It doesn't scream. It gently invites you to step into its embrace. And when you rise to accept that invitation, you inherit a kind of strength that others, still lost in sleep, do not yet know. Let's imagine you step outside just as the first breath of dawn arrives. The air feels cooler, almost like it has been freshly washed by the night. The sky is painted in colors so fragile that they vanish if you stare too long. Pale pink, silver gray, hints of orange on the horizon. It's as though creation itself is stretching, ready to start another story. In this moment, you're not just waking up, you are syncing yourself with the heartbeat of the universe. That hidden strength is not in the sunrise alone. It's in the way you choose to meet it. The first battle is one within. Most people believe the hardest fight of the day is out there, in the office, on the road, in conversations. But the real battle happens in your bed. When your alarm rings and that voice in your mind says, stay a little longer, it's too early, you deserve more sleep. That is the first war of the day. The dawn is like a gatekeeper. If you conquer that first resistance, the rest of the day bends more easily to your will. Victory at dawn is victory over your weaker self. And every morning you rise, you strengthen the soldier within, the one who stands guard over your dreams. The world before noise. Have you noticed how the world feels different in the morning? Streets are quieter, birds become poets, and time slows just enough for you to catch your breath. This silence isn't empty, it's alive. It carries the rhythm of possibilities waiting to unfold. In those hours, your mind is sharper. Science calls it cognitive clarity, but storytellers like me call it the golden hour of ideas. Thoughts flow more freely. That book you wanted to write, the problem you couldn't solve yesterday, the plan you kept delaying, dawn gifts you with clarity. When you rise before the noise begins, you steal time from chaos and claim it for creation, the spirit of the ancients. There's a reason why sages, saints, and warriors across history spoke of rising with the sun. Ancient monks began their chants before daylight, believing the soul connected more deeply to the divine in those hours. Samurai warriors sharpened not only their swords, but also their minds at dawn, treating the morning as sacred training ground. Even great leaders of modern times, scientists, poets, visionaries, carried the same discipline. The pattern is too powerful to ignore. Greatness has always been married to the dawn. To wake up early is to join a timeless tradition, to walk among giants. Strength that stays with you. What happens after you rise early? A hidden transformation takes place. You walk into your day differently. You are not rushed. You are prepared. You are not chasing time. You are leading it. That calmness is visible in your walk, in your tone, in your decisions. The hidden strength of the dawn is not muscle or speed. It is alignment. Alignment between your body, your mind, and your spirit. The world might move in confusion, But you, the storyteller reminds, will move in quiet power. That is the real gift of rising early, a power others cannot see but can feel when they are near you. And so, dear listener, remember this. Every dawn hides a strength waiting for you, but it does not come to those who linger in bed. It comes to those who are brave enough to meet the silence, steady enough to listen, and wise enough to use it. Chapter 5: The Life You Create by Waking Early. Imagine this. You rise before the sun. The world is still wrapped in silence. No messages, no emails, no demands, only you in the morning. The air is cool and alive. The horizon glows gently, hinting at a day that is entirely yours to shape. This moment, my friend, is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is the first brushstroke on the canvas of your life. And what you paint in these early hours sets the tone for everything that follows. The invisible ripple. Have you ever thrown a pebble into a pond and watched the ripples spread outward? Your morning works in the same way. The way you spend the first hour of the day sends ripples through your work, your thoughts, your decisions, and your relationships. Wake early and plan, read, or create, and those small actions ripple outward, influencing everything else in ways you cannot yet see. On the other hand, rush out of bed in panic, distracted by your phone, and the ripples you send are chaos. Your mind is foggy, your energy scattered. The day fights you instead of bending to your will. The choice, every morning, is yours. The story of the sculptor. There was once a sculptor who dreamed of carving a masterpiece. Every day he intended to work, but he spent the early hours sleeping or idling. Years passed, and his marble remained untouched. Then one day, a mentor whispered, "The dawn is yours. Begin there. Let the quiet hands of morning guide you." The sculptor woke early the next day. He felt the cool marble under his fingers, the sunlight illuminating the dust in his studio. Every stroke of the chisel was sharper, more intentional. And slowly, the masterpiece emerged, not because he had more talent, but because he had mastered his mornings. The sculptor's life, like his sculpture, was shaped not by hours in the afternoon, but by the golden hours of dawn, the secret of the great minds. History is filled with people who knew the secret. Leonardo da Vinci sketched, studied, and experimented in the quiet hours. Benjamin Franklin planned his day at sunrise, treating the morning as sacred. Modern entrepreneurs and thinkers do the same. They rise early to strategize, to reflect, to create. This is not coincidence. It is causation. Those who take the early hours seriously create lives of focus, clarity, and achievement. Those who surrender to sleep waste potential and live in reaction. When you wake early, you do more than start your day. You transform yourself. Your discipline grows. Your focus sharpens. Your body becomes stronger. Your mind becomes clearer. And most importantly, you reclaim control of your life. You stop being a passenger on the bus of distraction. You become the driver of your destiny. The sun rises regardless of what you do. But when you rise with it, you step into alignment with the rhythm of life itself. So here is my invitation to you, listener of the storyteller. Tomorrow morning, do not simply open your eyes. Awaken, breathe, move, think, create. Meet the sunrise as a friend, not a background. Let it remind you of what you can do, of who you can become, of the life waiting for you beyond excuses and comfort. The life you create in the first hour of your day is the life you live every day. Small choices, repeated consistently, build empires of character, courage, and clarity. Remember this. No one else can rise for you. No one else can take your first step into morning. No one else can fight your battle between the bed and the dream. But you can. Rise early. Claim the dawn. Shape your day. And in shaping your day, you shape your life. This is your story. This is your power. This is your gift. And it begins now, as the sun peaks over the horizon, waiting for you to rise and meet it. And so, my dear listener, our journey to the hours before sunrise comes to an end, for now. But remember, the story does not end here. It begins anew tomorrow. Every dawn is a blank page, and every morning is a chance to write the next chapter of your life. You have learned that the morning is more than just an hour on the clock. It is a treasure chest, a battlefield, a sanctuary, and a studio. It is the invisible sculptor of your life, and only you can claim its gifts. A gentle reminder: do not underestimate the power of these quiet hours. They are where clarity is born, strength is nurtured, and dreams are first set in motion. Every time you rise before the world stirs, you step into alignment with life itself. You step into control. You step into power. The choices you make now, whether to linger in the warmth of the bed or rise with the sunrise, will ripple across your day, your week, your months, and even the years ahead. One decision, repeated consistently, shapes the person you are becoming. Your call to action. So here's my call to you from the storyteller. Tomorrow, when the first light brushes your window, do not hesitate. Do not bargain. Do not let comfort steal your victory. Rise, stretch, breathe, walk, write, think, plan, create. Meet the day as a champion meets the battlefield, not with chaos, not with distraction, but with purpose, focus, and the quiet strength you have nurtured before the world even wakes. And remember, every morning is a story. The one you write is yours alone. Will it be a story of discipline, clarity, and triumph? Or a story of hesitation, delay, and lost opportunities? The choice is yours. The gift is yours. The morning awaits. Rise, my friend, rise.